Hi, my name is Rob Thomasson, and I'm going to share some insight and my findings from an interview I had with Alyssa, who is an area sales manager for my company and reporting directly to me. And I appreciate our professor's latitude to allow me to interview an employee, an aspiring leader, versus someone that I report to or someone that I respect and admire in leadership. I want to start with sharing my brand statement as a leader. And this is an exercise that I recently went through, and I thought it would provide some insight into my line of questioning for the purpose of this exercise. My brand statement as a leader is as follows. I'm a driven and empathetic leader that promotes happiness and success in others, period. So thought I'd start the exercise with sharing that. As an introduction, I just want to say that I selected this employee because she's an aspiring leader and someone that I respect and admire. I wanted to understand the mindset of an upcoming leader and how I could best support her, number one. Number two, as a result of this discovery, I also wanted to reflect on my own growth as a leader and what additional opportunities I have to be a better me. And I'm a lifelong learner, so I kind of have a thirst for that kind of education. And finally, I wanted to understand the qualities she admires in a leader, so I can make sure that as I'm aligning her with a mentor, I'm selecting mentors that don't just complement her strengths, but maybe offer new styles and new approaches that she can broaden her leadership toolbox with. So that's how I approach this. I want to share a few of the questions that I think are important to share with you. The first question was, how would you describe your leadership style? And as easy as that question may sound, so many people struggle with that question. I struggled with it in the past. I can tell you I interview people constantly that when asked that question, they struggle repeatedly with that question. But she did a pretty good job. She said that she is a compassionate and participative leader. And I asked her to describe that. And she said, simply, she leads with her heart, and she's not afraid to just stand shoulder to shoulder with her employees to get the job done. So I thought that was a great response, and it certainly reflected, I think, her style. Next, I wanted to know the qualities that she sees in high-performing leaders, qualities that she admires. And she mentioned three. She mentioned fairness, great communication, and intelligence. The fairness part was just, showing empathy and understanding for all parties and making a decision that's in the best interest of the organization as a whole. The intelligence part, I pressed her a little bit on, and she mentioned business acumen. She mentioned certainly academic intelligence, but spent more time talking about emotional intelligence and really, as a leader, taking yourself, your own feelings out of the situation so you can better understand the thoughts and feelings of others and the needs of the organization, and making a decision without your own personal biases. So I thought that was really mature of her. And finally, when I asked her what qualities does she admire in me as a leader. So this one always makes me nervous, but it was a fun exercise. And she said, and it was interesting that she said this because it's mentioned in the text, but she likes my stories. She said that I'm able to engage people in the mistakes I've made, the challenges I've faced, the successes I've had, in a way that has them see a situation or a decision making process in a way that maybe they weren't able to see it before. So she appreciated my stories, which was kind of fun to hear. And next, she said that I listen, and that she sees that I really want to help her be successful, and she sees that I want others to be successful. So that was really cool to learn about, not only how she perceives me, but that in some small way, yeah, I'm making an impact with my brand statement. And then in summary, I just want to say how much I appreciated the exercise. It was really cool. Learned a lot about Alyssa, learned a lot about myself. I gained some insight into the mindset of a millennial aspiring leader, which is really a kind of a cool trip. And finally, thank you.